Cry Craft Girl here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I get a special video for you guys today. I am going to do different styles of framing for your diamond paintings. So if you're finished a diamond painting and you're wondering how you want to display it, I have decided to do a couple of different methods for you guys today. Test them out and see how I like them, and hopefully you'll be able to find a method that you will like as well in the process. So I have 3 different versions I'm going to try out today. I have them all here. So the first one is, I've gotten one of these from Ikea. Now I've seen other people use these for other projects, and I thought this was really good for diamond painting. So basically it turns your picture into, like, it shows on the display here basically. It turns your picture what looks like into like a wall hanging. So you got a wooden clamp thing on the top and one on the bottom of your diamond painting. So I thought I'd give this a try. I think it would look really good for my diamond painting. So there's that one there. And focus here. Next method is a simple frame. This one I just got from my local Dollarama, I go to. And this is just a standard 8x10" frame for the picture. The actual frame is bigger. I actually don't know the size of the fragile frame. It's for an 8x10 picture, which is this. That's the border. But you can take that border piece out. So in actuality, you fit a picture in here of a 26.5 by 34.5. So I've got a painting to the side that's a little smaller than that will fit in this frame. Of course, this size frame you can get, I think this is the biggest size frame they even have at Dollarama's, so you can only fit smaller paintings obviously in this. And then the last method is to put it on some, I have a poster board here because I couldn't find any cardstock in my local dollar store, so I just got poster paper because that's how it worked the same. It's basically just taking your diamond painting and putting it on this poster paper, and then you could display it on your wall just like that. Or I've seen people buy those portfolios. I haven't found one for myself that I like yet, so I haven't gotten a portfolio, but I do plan to in the future, so you can do it that way too as well. So I have these 3 methods all planned out, and I have found 3 diamond paintings of mine that I think will work very well for these. So to start, I'm going to put the frame and the poster aside. We're going to do one at a time here. And we're going to start with this one from Ikea, because this is the one I'm kind of curious about. Now I have prepped the painting for that one, and that one is my Esmeralda. Finished this a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. Now I've already prepped this painting for that. I have sealed my diamond painting in, and I have painted the sides of the canvas so it's all white. Normally I would do black, but I decided because there's so much black in this picture, I wanted a light border around her. So I think the white looks really good. So yeah, I've prepped this one ahead of time for that, just to save a little time in the video here. Because you didn't need to watch me just sealing and painting, it doesn't take so long. I do have another video that I have posted already about sealing your diamond paintings, where I tried 3 different kinds of products for sealing. For this particular one, I chose one of my favorites from that video, and that was this Deco Art triple thick brilliant brush on gloss glaze. It worked really good. I really like it. Since then I have found out that I can't get the glaze, that brush on stuff, at least not online. I found the triple thick in a spray form online. So those you can look into. I have all the links in the description of the framing of the sealing video I did. So I'll put a link in the description for that sealing video, and up the link in the description below for that sealing video. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm trying to do multiple things here at once. It's not working for me. This plastic does not want to come off, and it's actually kind of annoying me now. Ah, come on. There we go. There's instructions there, so I'll put on that piece of paper for a second. I'm going to get this end piece off here. Plastic is not working. I'm sorry for any background noise. I do have my fan running today because it is very warm in my craft room, so. Alright. Instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, how does this work? Now you take them apart. you put painting edge. Now, I don't know if this will be enough edge for this to work. If it isn't, I'll have to mount this onto like a black poster paper if it isn't enough of an edge. But I'll try it without the mounting it on a poster paper first. I'll just try to put it on here like this, and hopefully it works. And then you slide that in, and then, yeah, okay. Pretty simple and easy, this one then. Okay, so let's try. Oopsies. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to redo that, aren't I? Okay, this is not gonna be super simple, it looks like. Okay. So, I'm not sure how. I'm gonna have to develop a method of doing this. This is my first time using this though, obviously, so I'm not surprised it's not going on the way I want it to, honestly. It'd be nice if it would just go on nice and easy, but, okay, so, I clipped it in, but, oh, it's a little too far up. I'm just trying to, oh, okay, so that's on the line now, but it pulled a little too far. Don't tell me. Okay, well, not perfect, but, sorry, oh, I didn't realize I was in the camera. It's not perfect. The sides are a little exactly lined up, exactly, but it's good enough for now. I almost just want to leave it and then maybe fix it after. Now, let's see if I can try this a different way, see if a different method works a little bit better. It is warm in here, but even with my fan running, it is a bit warm in here, actually. Unfortunately, this room does not have very good ventilation, especially when you close the door. When the door is open, it's not bad, but I like to close my craft room door when I do my videos, just so my cats and my husband don't really bug me. Just have my own quiet space. So, there we go. There we go. Oh, that one went up basically perfect. Got better that one, but that one worked a little better. Okay. Alright, and there we go. There it is, in there. Now, that's not bad actually. I don't mind that. It looks pretty good. Yeah, if anything, I almost would do a different, a larger painting for this. These things actually come in 2 different sizes. This is the smallest one, actually. There's even a bigger one at that size. See how the difference in size is quite a bit bigger there. So I chose a painting that was pretty close in size that I have completed. Now, I know I have other done paintings that I just received, actually, that are a bit bigger that I think would work perfectly with this. Like, I'll take out one as an example. The one I just put in there is a 30 by 40. This one is a 40 by 50. And it's, the excess canvas goes over. But if you were to trim that off, it would line up almost perfectly with this. So I'd say about a 40 by 50 would be perfect for the small ones, and then anything bigger would be good for the bigger ones that I have. I only bought 2 of each at a time, so I wasn't sure how well these were going to work for these. So, but I think it works really well. It's definitely a good method, especially if I have some longer ones. Like I have a big long, like I do the other way, big length of my table. It's like length of my table. Like it covers the top all the way to the bottom there, and that one would probably look really good with this style of wall hanging. It'd be like a royal squirrel hanging looking look almost. So yeah, I think these would work really well. I do recommend this. There are screw holes in the top, so you put your screw in the wall or tack or whatever, and you hang that on there, and it works really well. So yeah, I bought these at Ikea. I would recommend these because it's nice and tight and sealed. You pull on it, you can't really pull unless you really tug hard, and it won't come out. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. That's a good sealing method. Number 1, check. On to the next one now. So the next one I'm going to try out is the picture frame. I think that would be pretty simple. And the damn painting I have for that, I did not seal, because the way I look at it, if it's in the frame, you shouldn't need to seal it because it won't be exposed to any of the elements, right? So this is the diamond painting I've chosen for that, a little smaller. It's a 20 by 30, which is the size of the painting, not the actual canvas, I'm pretty sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. I don't want to bring my cutting board, even though that's what it's for. I don't really want to put a bunch of scratches into my nice cutting mat here. So I always just use my craft cutting board here to cut stuff on. Now this I could have done earlier as well. I just chose not to. I think I was more focused on prepping the Esmeralda because I knew I had to seal that one and paint the sides, whereas these ones I didn't. This one I didn't have to. The other one I don't think I sealed either, honestly. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that poster board version 100% yet. Oh, come on. There. It wasn't wanting to cut through. Oh, I think it's the glue, maybe. Oh, the glue. Okay. Alright. Sorry, that was kind of out of camera view. Oh, one other thing I didn't do. The Esmeralda one, I did it before I sealed it, but I didn't rollie these to make sure the drills stay down. I'm going to do that quickly after I'm done cutting this off here. I'll finish one thing before I start another. I've actually never ever framed any of my diamond paintings yet. I've been waiting to do a video because I've seen different people framing their diamond paintings different ways, and I wanted to try them myself out and kind of wanted to figure I'd do it all at once to save myself time and hassle, and that way too, if I do them all at once, I can figure out which methods I'd prefer over others possibly, depending, so. There you go. Some of it's cutting through really nicely, other parts of it not so much. And maybe it's just me, the way I'm cutting it, I don't know. I could get another knife possibly, but this one's pretty sharp because it's pretty new, so I figured, yeah, it's cutting alright. It's just, I don't know if it's the glue or what, but it's not cutting through 100% in some spots for some reason. Oh, my blood's coming out of my thing. I don't know. Fix that. But I think it finished cutting through it anyways. There we go. There we go. The border is cut off that now. Okay. So I'm going to put this to the side now because I don't need it until I do the next painting. Now I am going to quickly roll this aerial here because I forgot to. Both of this one and my Esmeralda diamond painting were square. I do order, as because it's a preference, square over circle. My other diamond painting that I will be doing, framing today, is actually a circle. Because it's one of the first diamond paintings I ordered, and I didn't know the like, I knew there was a difference, but I hadn't done a square yet. I started with circle, like most people do. And it wasn't until I did my first square, I was like, I love the square. From then on, I wrote square only. Okay, sorry, I just had a few little hairs and fluffs I saw stuck in there. Okay, let's open up this frame. It's still in its plastic. Having issues with plastic today, apparently. Nothing wants to, there we go, rip for me really nice. That's the plastic part off. Alright, oopsies, I bumped the camera there. Sorry all who are watching. So, let's... Okay, let's take that out. Let's take that and that out. Alright, so, as you can see, this is quite a bit smaller than the glass. And I wonder, actually, I might do that. So normally I would get out a piece of poster paper or a piece of cardstock and glue it onto that, but since this is a thick, heavy kind of cardboard cardstock and it's already comes with a picture, I am going to conserve and use it instead. Yeah, and that's just 1 second. I want to see if I like to use a black border or a white border with this painting. Okay, I'm just going to use the black poster paper I have here. So, that's the white border. Which I don't mind. But what about a black border? Black border. Or a white border. I think I put the white border on it. Yeah, it pops a bit better on the white. I do like the white better, I think, for Lisa's diamond painting. Obviously, depending on the diamond painting, you can change it to your preference as is. So, I am just going to mark this to make sure it's even on all the sides. Because I don't want unevenness on my paintings there. I will know it's there, and it will bother the light. Daylight from me. So, I am going to measure and make sure everything's lined up. So that's about right, lined up. Okay, now the edge of my measuring thing here is a little crooked. That's why I can't seem to get it right. I'm going to get my ruler out. That is straight. Oh, my head was almost exactly lined up already. Look at that. Pretty good. I don't think I have that one lined up though. Still a little excess on that side. That be a little bit. And what I am actually going to pause for 1 sec, and I'm going to be right back and after I figure out the exact line up right and properly. Alrighty, I am back. I figured out the measurement. It took a bit of figuring, but I figured it out finally. And now, so what I'm just going to do, I marked it where, so it has to be even, so I'm just going to put some glue. Now there's more space at the top, there's very little on the sides. So I'm just going to do like a thin line of glue on the side for each. I didn't realize there's so little on the sides for this one. Now I am using just a clear standard Elmer's glue. Yeah, I could be using hot glue or stuff that sticks better, but I think just this kind of glue would do just job. Only downside is it's going to take a little bit to dry. Now I just like to spread it out with a paintbrush quickly. Myself, the reason why I do this because that way you don't have a bunch, like, you know, when you put glue down and you put that thing on top and the glue squirts out everywhere. I hate that. It annoys the crap out of me. So I find if I just brush it down a little bit, it just spreads around more evenly, nicely, so you don't have any bubbling either. And we're just going to place that on top. Now I do have a little bit of excess glue on the sides there, but I think it'll be fine. It looks like, okay, so that worked good there. Okay, alright, I'm just gonna put my paintbrush somewhere where it's not gonna get glue everywhere. Garbage piece of plastic there. Now, obviously I should let this dry 100% before I put it in the frame, but just for show, I'll just put it in the frame quickly just to show how it's look, and I'll take it out after to dry fully, just so we can see the result. Put the backing on. I just won't close the backing because I don't want to push on the glue, but so that's the look. And oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. The white border, but that the black frame border looks really nice. It stands out really nice, I think. Sorry about the reflection of the light there, but yeah, it looks really good. I think this is a good option as well. So it works for smaller paintings, for sure. Definitely not bigger paintings unless you can find a bigger frame. But this is the biggest frame I saw at the Dollarama at least, so. I will put this to the side though for now because I would like that glue to dry properly. And then I will close it up after. Alright, last framing idea I have is just putting it on the cardstock / poster paper. That's what I'm using. And I've chosen my Mulan. Like, this is like more of a wall scroll hailing I was talking about before, except for the other one I have another one I'm working on right now from Diamond Art Club. And it's the big one. It's the big size one. This is one of my first purchases before I knew there even was Diamond Art Club, and that this was actually a licensed piece that someone copyrighted. So I apologize beforehand. I did not know that at the time when I purchased this. This is when I first discovered diamond paintings. I loved the artwork and I did not know it was stolen. So I do apologize in advance. And this is not cutting through the canvas very well. Now, like I said before, I didn't seal this one either because I wasn't sure if I was going to put this on display or not on the wall, or if I was just going to put it in a portfolio. I have not decided yet. So, I'm just gonna... Oopsies. I have not yet rolled this one either. I will roll this one after I finish cutting this off here. There we go. I just have to press a little harder with this canvas apparently. It's hard to cut through. I keep bumping the drills. Oh my gosh. Today is not working for me apparently. Ah. Oh, maybe that's why I bumped it because I cut a little too close to the edge there. Be careful when cutting your edges off your diamond paintings. Don't get too close to the edge because else you will have problems with your drills wanting to come off. Now, of course, if you have sealed your diamond painting, that won't be an issue. Apparently there was a drill missing on my diamond painting I did not know about. I did not know if that happened in storage or when I took it out just now. I don't know. I have a bunch of completed diamond paintings that are in storage. I've been waiting to do framings of, so... Oh, is that piece gone? I'm bending the blade, I think, as I'm cutting here. I'm trying to press as hard as I can because this canvas is not as easy to cut through as the other ones were. So, well, other one I cut through. I didn't cut through the Esmeralda. I just painted the border around it. Which worked out pretty well, actually. I didn't know about I didn't even think about painting the border of the canvas. I actually saw someone else do it on YouTube, actually. That's where I thought it was a pretty neat idea. You don't have to go through the tedious process of cutting this out and putting it on any poster paper or anything like that. Of course, there'll be a different look for it. You'll be able to tell the painted, so I guess it's up to preference if you prefer. I think that's why I decided I'd try both. One with painting and one with just mounting it on a paper, see what method I prefer. Now, while I'm thinking about it, I should have probably sealed this diamond painting, but I can always seal it after if I really want to, honestly, I think. Yeah, if you decide after you want to seal it, I don't see why you couldn't seal it after you've done this. It would be maybe easier to seal it before you did this, but alright. Now that I've done that, that's looking very nice. I am definitely in love with this artwork. If I'm not mistaken, the name of the artist is Mandy Manzano? I might be pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry if I am. And so I really do love her artwork. That's why when I realized her official artwork is on Diamond Art Club, I've actually been purchasing Diamond Art Club stuff since then. So Well, when I can. They're so out of stock. Short on stock right now, it's hard to, but. So for this, you really can put as much of a border on it as you want, obviously. It's up to preference. Now, if I were to just say, if I wanted to line it up, it actually fits with this poster paper here, these ones. And since I have multiples of these of this style, because I bought like a couple of them all at the same time, of this, they're in this size of this artwork. I am thinking I will mount it with these dimensions as a border, and that way I can use the rest of this poster paper with the rest of the ones I have, because I have 4 more maybe. Let me check, I haven't done them all yet. There we go. One of the drills came off there. So I am just going to measure and cut out the size I need for that then. There we go. Now you can cut this with scissors or you can cut it with the X-Acto knife. It's really up to your preference. I'm just going to cut it with my pair of scissors here because I think it'll be a little easier than using the X-Acto knife I was just using to trim up the canvas. There we go. So I'm just going to put this piece of poster paper to the side. So I'm using it for my other dimensions of this style afterwards. Now, like I said before, you don't have to seal this if you don't want to. You could just put it like this and mount it on your wall. But I would recommend sealing it if you're going to put it on the wall. Just protect it from any dust or hair or anything like that. I have 3 cats in my house. So that for me, if I'm going to leave it open like this, I want it sealed so my cats can't play with it for one or get a bunch of hair stuck in through there or anything like that, especially since this is round and there is spacing in between it. But say if you're going to put this in a portfolio type of thing, you'll be putting it in plastic, so I would say you wouldn't need to seal it then if that was the case. Now that I know I'm doing this, I'm more than likely, I have decided now I'm going to mount it on the wall with my other ones. So it'll be kind of like a set. So I think I'm going to seal it, but I want to seal it before I glue it to this because I don't want to get the seal. Or I could glue it to this, let it dry, and then seal it, and so it's all one. Actually, you know what? I will do that. I'm going to glue this to this, and then I'll seal it after as a whole, I think, yeah. I'm going to glue on there. And get my paintbrush back out again and just spread it around. There is a lot of extra trim on this guy, very minimum, so I'm just gonna go close, a little closer to the edge. We'll leave a little room though. And it's not, if it's not 100% glued all the way to the edge of my diamond painting, it's not a big deal because I will be sealing it afterwards. I just mainly need this for so the diamond painting itself is glued to the poster paper. So yeah, if you are going to seal it, you could seal it beforehand, then glue it to this. But the reason why I think I have decided to glue this to this and then seal it is so that when you seal it, it's sealed even on the edges around, so nothing will be 100% sealed all the way around, all over, in one cohesive look, because the shine that you get on from the sealant on the diamond painting will be also on the edge of the poster paper. Okay, and I'm just placing this by eyesight. I am not measuring it because it's such a small border. I'm thinking I'll be able to get away with that, honestly. So, there we go. Glued to the square. Now this is a very thin border around. Actually, now in hindsight I might have made a bigger border around it because it's very thin. But that's alright. It'll still be good. I will... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this... I'm trying to put some books on it because it looks like it's kind of trying to lift. So I'm going to let this sit, let the glue dry, and then I'll seal it on top. But that's pretty much the look you'll have for that. So that's 3 different types of framing there for you guys. I'm going to get the other 2 out just so we can show all 3 beside each other here. That one's not sealed, obviously, that frame, because I'm waiting for it to dry, but... So there we go. We got the Mulan one, which is a thin border of cardstock or poster paper. That's very simple and nice. That's simple and nice. Just gotta get some paper and some glue, and there you go. So that would be like a very cheap method, I would say. The cheapest method would be that. This would be the second cheapest because, especially if you're just gonna grab a Dollarama frame, which I did, it's only a couple bucks. It's not bad. And just use a piece of paper, or like me, or you can just use the paper that came with the frame. So that'd be the second cheapest, and this would be the most expensive one, but still fairly cheap. I remember these did not cost me that much money. If anything, they might be almost the same price as what I paid for the frame. I can't remember offhand. I will put links in the description for everything I can find online for you guys, so you can find this stuff. And I might put the pricing in the description as below, so you can know what's the cheapest method. But I believe this would be the cheapest still, with just melting on some poster paper or cardstock, sealant, and then these 2 are probably pretty comparable. It'd just be your preference as what to do. So this, I'd say framing works good for smaller paintings like this. For this type would be good for odd shaped paintings that you can't really find a frame for, or these might not work for, because this is very skinny. These would not work with this at all, unless these were smaller, but you can't decrease it smaller, and at least not at Ikea you can't. And so say those are odd shaped one. And these ones, for more bigger paintings, more common shapes, sizes, not shapes, that works really good. So these are all good methods. Just depends on what painting you're doing, I say. But I like these all. I like how they turned out. So that's really good. I really do like this. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. As I said before, I'll put links in the descriptions for everything I can find online. And just thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good day. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more videos to come soon. And have a good one. Bye.